Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Alright, so this lesson is going to be about the chariots of the Lord. Basically, these are the rides that are going to deliver the elect out of the tribulation that is going to happen here on earth, especially here in America. All right, America, which is Babylon the Great, will be fallen, will be destroyed, will be hit with nukes, according to the Bible. Okay, there will be a World War III. Nations that have nuclear weapons will use them, and they will aim here at America, and that will be the end of this nation. All right, and yeah, this will be the end. But the elect are going to be delivered out of it, and they're going to be delivered out when they're called into the sky to be with the Lord. All right, they're going to be called into the chariots of the Lord, the chariots of God. All right, and those chariots are vehicles, which what people would consider UFOs. All right, the Lord has flying vehicles to deliver out His people. All right, and they give the descriptions all throughout the Bible on what they look like and what they are. They're described as clouds. Okay, and clouds are in the sky. All right, and scriptures talk about how the Lord came down in a cloud. All right, and like a flying roll, and the different type of colors and lights that it has. All right, things of that nature. It's described all throughout the Bible, and I got a few scriptures that talk about the description of these vehicles that the Lord is going to use to also bring havoc on Babylon the Great. All right, by the same way that Sodom was destroyed. All right, with the fire from the chariots and from heaven. All right, destroyed it. This is Isaiah 31:4. It says, "For thus hath Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey. When a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall Yahweh of hosts come down to fight for Mount Zion, and for the hill thereof. As birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, He will deliver it, and passing over, He will preserve it." All right, so as birds fly, all right, the Lord of hosts will defend Jerusalem. And birds fly in the air, they fly in the sky. All right, and that's how the Lord's going to defend Israel. All right, by shooting from the sky, by delivering them and taking them away from this place when the Lord decides to judge this place. All right, so when the Lord decides to judge this place, He's going to fly around in those chariots and deliver His people and defend His people. All right, by destroying this land. All right, this land that has not been good to us, man. All right, this place has not been. Um, this place has not been a place of pleasure, but a place of bondage for us to suffer. All right, and that suffering will be over with. Jeremiah 4:13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. All right. So those chariots are in the sky. They're as clouds, like a whirlwind. Okay. So the chariots of the Lord are in the clouds. All right. They are as clouds. All right. In the sky. All right. You know what I'm saying? They're up there. They fly. And right now, you got a lot of reports. See, Esau's going to use this to his advantage, because he's talking about, Area 51 and all this talk about UFOs and the stuff that they seen, the stuff that certain pilots have seen, and certain military enforcers claim that they have seen certain flying objects appear and disappear, literally flying next to their fighter jets and then just whoosh, flying right off. Okay, that type of stuff is real, and they're speaking on it. All right, but basically they're getting the people somewhat prepared for some type of false alarm that they're going to use to deceive the people. All right, it says Psalms 104 and 2. It says, who covereth thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, who layeth the beams of his chariot chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariot, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. All right, who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers as a flame of fire. All right, so the Lord makes the clouds his chariots. All right, like I told you, like the scriptures say that he cometh down in a cloud. He makes the chariots his vehicles. All right, and the clouds are his chariots. All right, and he cometh down on clouds. All right, and he will defend Israel that way. All right, 2 Kings 2:11 speaks on a certain event like this. All right, with Elijah, and it says, and it came to pass as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. And Elisha saw it and cried, my father, the chariot of Israel and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. And he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in pieces. All right. So the point is that chariot that came and got Elijah. All right. It says it was a chariot of fire that came to got him. All right, and took him up. All right. And that was the vehicle of the Lord that came to get Elijah. All right. So you got a vehicle that the Lord used to come down and get Elijah. All right. And picked him up and took him away. All right. Let me see. Let's go to Zechariah 5:1. Is it 5:1? Yeah, there we go. Uh, Zechariah 5:1. And then I turned and lifted up my eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. And then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on the side according to it. All right. So, saying, the Lord is going to come back and use these chariots, this flying roll. All right, and it described the length and width of it. All right, it's going to use this to bring punishment upon the wicked. Okay, so the Lord is coming with his chariots, and he's going to use those chariots to bring punishment upon the wicked. All right, all over the earth. All right, to deliver and to attack. All right, from the sky. All right. So these chariots, we've seen them. They look like stars. Also, you see them in the sky. They just be moving rapidly, really fast. They jump. If you pay attention, saying the Lord will show them to you when you look up to the sky. You look at the patterns of the stars. You'll see, like, man, something is not, that ain't no star. You know what I mean? That's a chariot, and you can look to the sky, and the Lord will reveal them to you. If you look, He'll give you a treat. All right. So with that, all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.